Well, I'm back again, Joseph. We're going to talk about a painting that I did here a while back, not too while. It's pretty recent. It's a 24 by 30, and the theme of the painting is actually kind of confusing in some ways because right now, if you look at it, you see this kind of an abstract, and it looks very much like an abstract. And I'm not really an abstract painter, but I do paint things that might look like an abstract, and that's what we got here is a painting called The Black Hole. So I want to explain and show you my intent so that you'll get an idea and see if you can see what I was trying to paint. It could be a lot simpler than it is, but in some ways the busyness of it is kind of intriguing in a way because it does suck you in. It's like an eye. I never thought about that until I was looking in the camera here, and when I look at the camera, all of a sudden I was seeing this kind of an eye, like
oh yes,
kind of like maybe the eye of the source. Who knows what? But it has that look like an eye, and kind of like the iris of an eye that's taking in the. Well, anyway, this is a black hole, and these ribbons you see coming through, being twisting and turning. They're all over the place, all around it. They're twisting and turning. These ribbons are ribbons of light and energy. Probably with the naked eye, wouldn't see any of this. But with infrared and different kinds of light, there's all this activity going on and all this twisting and turning of energy. And so all this energy is being sucked in to this outer ring of the no return, I guess you would call it. There was that movie,
Event Horizon.
The Event Horizon. Once you get to this point, there's no pulling back, no return. It's all being sucked in then. And these round objects here, they look like they're exiting. They look like almost like meteors shooting out from the black hole, but in reality, they're bodies like planets, maybe the size of Jupiter's or beyond, huge planets that are being sucked in. And this is the material being broke down and being drawn and sucked in. And they can't escape the pull of this black hole. This black hole's got them. And here's a galaxy, and the galaxy's got its tail coming off here, and the tail, or one of the spurs of the galaxy is coming off. And here's planets that are being drawn in. All this is slowly being drawn in. And in the way off in the background is the other stars and galaxies that are so far away, they're not being affected by this. That anything that's close is slowly being sucked into it. And that's another thing here. More planets, more of these planets, like things like these, just getting closer and they're just getting sucked in. Kind of figure out what else to explain on this. You have any questions?
Why the red ribbons?
Well, different energies. See, the ribbon, the light, different energy has different light effects. If you with our technologies, with our natural eye, everything is pretty much a standard what you see. So when you see a white flash, you see that white flash, you might see a little dash of color, a vague color around the flash, and maybe a moment, but really what really registers is that white flash. Well, here you got the white of the light, but also you got all this other stuff you don't see with the eye, all these invisible light sources that you don't see, and that's what the red's all about. Our different light, different twisting, different energies, different way of seeing these things twisting around. So the red is the energy, twisting energy that we don't see with the eye normally. The white is energy that you don't even see this twisting of light. Usually the light is so overwhelming to the eye when you see it. It's usually just a flash of brilliance that you have to look away from because it's so bright unless you got special glasses on that will show you the different light spectrums. And so, that's what this is about. I mean, I could have even put some purples. I don't, the only kind of the purple ranges you have in here is just where colors overlaid colors and created the effect of this. Like right in here, you might get the effect of a slight purplishness in here. But, the light can be picked up in probably a dozen different color spectrums. It's all like in a rainbow, In the rainbow, you can see it with our naked eye. But think of all the light I bet you looked at that rainbow with a pair of special glasses. That rainbow you see all kinds of other things. It's so that's what this is. It's almost like a living entity.
It kind of looks like a grinder of some sort, doesn't it?
Yes, well, in some ways, it's a compactor. It's sucking and compacting everything into it, down into here, and someplace down maybe right in the center of that black circle, right in the very center of that. Well, see, the black hole just got sucked in. That's what energy does. There we are. We're back again, and it didn't hurt nothing, did it? Here I am, bruised and battered. But the painting is just sitting up here lightly, and I just must have brushed it with my arm, or I saw some movement there for a second. There, the black hole is starting to suck me in. And you could say that.
The what?
The
center, the black hole, the actual center itself. Is there a secondary event horizon inside there?
Everything is speculation. You think of these scientists out here that are brilliant individuals, and what they're talking about is pure off of their head speculation, trying to theorize something that there is no way in heaven or hell that you'll ever be able to really find out about it, because it's beyond our comprehension, beyond our capabilities. So another event, who knows, when you get down to the center of whatever is down there at the very middle of that's probably very tiny, the energy that is drawn down, so the mass that exists in the center of that is so overwhelming. Figure all this, the whole universe being pushed down into one little speck. It's the pressure that would be there is no way that you could measure it, no way you could ever even think about it, because it's just it's unreal. And that's what the whole thing is. We live in an unreal. We all living a fantasy, and you make out of your fantasy what you want, and you can have a great fantasy, you can have a terrible fantasy. And of course, I watch this YouTube stuff all the time, so a lot of people out there are having terrible fantasies. and but right now, I'm going to go into a new fantasy by saying bye-bye for now, and see you again here, unless the end of the world comes. And I'll see you anyway, no matter what. It doesn't make any difference. And anyway, you stay... please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and just by pushing the little or tapping on the little button down below our video. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.